Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is. This is Real with Robo. Um, for the people saying, "Oh, why don't you show your face, coward?" Um, I haven't ever shown my face, and if you want to see what I look like, look at my profile picture. Simple as that. Anyway, we're not here to discuss that. I wanted to make sure I had the facts in this case. So let's bring out the old note-taking thing.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts, ma'am. I want to send a special message out to Michelle Kenny. I think that's her name. Antwon Rose Jr.'s mama. Because she wanted to get up in front of everybody and get mad about Alejandro Villanueva putting a vet's name, somebody who died in the service of his country, and I believe it said Alwyn Cashe. She wanted to get up there and get mad about him not wanting to put her little thug son on his helmet. So let us get real and go mama mode. Okay, number one, you said you have nothing against veterans. And yet here you are disparaging a veteran for putting someone that was killed in action, that was actually a hero and not a zero like your son, on his helmet. Then you want to say, oh, well, I'm going to hold the Steelers even more accountable. I don't care how good of a person you are or how good of a player you are. If you're not a team player, maybe you're playing for the wrong team. Same could be said about your son. Apparently he was a team player and he got shot for trying to play on Team Thug and not being a good enough player. Okay? Real talk here. Antwon Rose Jr., what people don't know about him is that he was involved in a drive-by which damn near took the life of another black man. And while they were running from the scene like cowards, the cops saw them and said, we've got the car that looks like it was involved in that because it had bullet holes in the back going this way. Now what mama won't tell you about Dindu, because you know that anytime that a thug gets shot, their mama come out, my baby didn't do anything, yo, my baby didn't do anything. Dindu is that the driver pulled over, got arrested, and two idiots ran off. One of those morons was your son. And then he turned around and either pointed a gun or looked like he was pointing a gun at the officers, and the officer shot him. So let me see. You're saying that he was innocent of doing anything wrong and he was just gunned down for being black. That's the role you're trying to jump on. Well, let me see. Anybody else out there, raise your hand if you were that cop and you know he was just involved in a drive-by. Which one of you would think that, oh, he doesn't have a gun? Oh, he's not turning around to shoot me so he could get away. And which one of you would, the first thing that would be on your mind is, hey, you know what? He's got a gun. He's fitting to shoot me. I know. Maybe if I offer him some tea and crackers, or cookies, he'll calm down.
Crumpets.
You know what? You made yourself, as a mama, look like a damn fool, Michelle Kenny. Trying to get this man kicked off his football team because he has the balls to stand up and actually appreciate real heroes. Your son was not a hero. Your son did nothing for nobody except for himself. Your son did nothing for anybody except for the betterment of himself. Your son was a damn criminal. And you're downing a veteran, but you have nothing against vets, for honoring their friend that died in the service of their country in action. Who did your son die in the service of? What, his gang? His group of thugs? What, did he die in the service of anybody except for himself? And on top of that, you've got the nerve to even put your son on the same level as somebody that dies overseas fighting for the rights of us and other people and the peace and the serenity of those civilians over there. You have some damn nerve. Your son was found to have gunshot residue on his hand. That means he fired a gun. Your son was found to have an empty magazine in his jacket, on his person. That means he done fired a couple rounds. Enough to empty the bitch. But yes, let's get mad about Alejandro Villanueva not putting your pathetic ass criminal thug son on his helmet and deciding he'd rather honor someone that died with honor, integrity. Oh, and that's right, wasn't a criminal, and gave his life for everyone involved. You sicken me. You said that he was busy being negative. Busy being negative. And here you are, sitting on your high moral horse, telling a veteran, someone who literally would die for pieces of shit like your son and yourself, that he needs to do what you and others want him to do. I'm sorry, bitch. But the Constitution says we do what we want to do. We don't have to do what other people tell us to do. Unlike you, many people know the story of your son. Are you going to run around and tell BLM, oh, riot and throw a fit because of my son? Oh, by the way, he killed a black man. Tried to kill a black man. That's just sick. It's just sick. And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of people picking on my vets. I'm tired of the NFL picking on my vets. It ain't bad enough that they're already going to strip the honor guard from the military and the police from vets. Now you're telling a vet that he cannot wear his dead friend's name on his helmet because your dead criminal son is so much better than he was. Bitch, is you dumb. my ending to this before I get really into this is this. Your son died in service of no one. Your son died as a criminal thug. Your son died threatening lives of everyone else. Alwyn Cashe died in the service of his country. He died protecting his friends from terrorists. He died protecting his country as well as the civilians of another country from terrorists. He died fulfilling the one thing that no one in America ever could repay him for. And that is the willingness to give up his life, the willingness to sacrifice his family, loved ones, even children's time with him for our rights. Alejandro Villanueva has every damn right to honor his friend. You have no right to say I have nothing against vets, because apparently you do. You ungrateful swine. I don't know how you could fix your mouth to degrade and insinuate that the Steelers should fire him, should drop him from the team because he would not honor a fucking typical criminal. Your son was not an innocent man. Your son was not a didn't do nothing to nobody. Your son was a fucking criminal. His actions led to his death. Don't you ever fix your fucking mouth to talk about my vets like you have. Alejandro Villanueva is a vet. He would give his life for his countrymen, for his brothers and sisters at arms, for anybody, including your irrelevant, sorry, no good for nothing, piece of shit, criminal, murderous bastard of a son. So about your I don't have anything against vets, that's funny, because you just tried to insinuate that a vet get thrown off a team, lose his livelihood. You just said that your son brought more honor to America than someone who died, who would give his very life for America. You just put your pathetic piece of shit son in the same realm as honorable, filled with integrity, disciplined, great, awesome people. When the fact of the matter is, your son didn't do shit for nobody but himself. You, ma'am, have won the award for being the most ungrateful piece of shit, sorry ass, no good for nothing bitch in my book. Your son in no way can compare to the man Villanueva put on the back of his helmet. Your son was a waste of life. That man honored on the back of Villanueva's helmet was a blessing to everyone's life. Your son tried to take the life of another person, probably over something fucking petty, while that man that was honored on the back of Villanueva's helmet saved lives, gave his life for other people, so that we may live and we may be free. And sorry, no good for nothing, ungrateful bitches like you can reproduce. Foul, no good for nothing criminals like your fucking son. So let me end it like this. Fuck you, fuck your family, fuck your son, fuck his memory, and fuck what you talking. And that's Real with Robo.